Morning. Thanks for coming today. I don't have my microphone, so I hope that you can hear me online. We have people tuning in all around the world today, and we're glad that you're all online. Hope you can hear. Give us thumbs up if you can hear. We have a different system going today. So I'm Juliet Bardulis, and I am so happy to have our monthly Super Saturday. We missed August because our company had our annual 20-year convention, and that was down in Texas. How many of you were there? It was a ton of fun. It was a great experience. And so now we're back to our monthly Super Saturday training, we call it. So what you can expect today is we will have about a 30-minute business presentation. And if you've seen it before, it's okay because it's great to hear it again, and you'll always learn something new that you can take from it. And if you're new, this will be new for you. You can just listen. You can ask questions at the end if you'd like. And then we're going to have just a brief 2-minute break. So we're not going to all get up and chit-chat, but we're just going to have a break in case you need to leave. And then we'll launch into our Longevity University system training, which will go through step by step, going through 8 steps on how to be successful at what we're going to explain today. So if you'd like to stay for that, that will follow. And I have the privilege of introducing my very good friend, Joel Maly, and he is awesome at this business. He has experience. He looks like he's too young to have experience, but he has experience at this business for many years. And he's just dynamite, and you're just going to love him. He's going to explain how to approach this for the first time. And he is a 2-star. He just became a 2-star in our beautiful wife, Nikki, newlywed wife, and you don't know what 2-star is yet, but we'll explain that today as the day goes on. So I'm glad you're here. If you need to take a break, just go ahead and go down the hall. The restrooms are down out the door and to the right. And we are so excited to kick off the day. So welcome, Joel.
All right. Well, yeah, so she mentioned that I have experience. So I've been in this industry 6 years. And I'll just tell you briefly my story. So when I was 19 years old, I was playing football at UNC, which is in Greeley, and I got hurt, and I had back surgery. And so that's not good if you're a football player, right? And I had to give up football. And this industry called network marketing entered my life at that moment in time. It's almost like God was saying, like, okay, you think you're going this way? Nah, buddy. Like, you're taking a right. Has anybody ever had that happen to them? Like, you think your life is going this way, but So I think it's funny how we make all these plans and stuff. And it's good to plan, right? It's good to like dream and set expectations and intentions and all those things. But sometimes the universe just doesn't work out like that, right? So I was introduced to network marketing. My friend sent me a text message, okay? And this is not how we approach network marketing, but that's okay. I came to learn many different things in this industry. He sent me a text message. He said, hey, I want you to come to this thing on Wednesday night. It's really exciting. I think you're going to love it. That was his text. And yeah, so that was his text, right? And we're all like, I don't know if I would ever invite somebody that way, right? And I was at a place in my life where I just was looking for something. So that text got me excited. And so have you ever heard you can't say the wrong thing to the right person? Yeah. You ever heard that? Yeah. I was the right person because I was just like, right. And so I couldn't make it that Wednesday for a legitimate reason. You ever had people like kind of give you the go around, like, oh, I got my tire, it's losing air and I got to put some air in it tonight, and I can't make it, you ever had those? Yeah. No, I had a legitimate reason, couldn't make it. But you know what? He never mentioned it again, but I did. So I'd see him at the gym on campus. Hey man, what was that thing you were talking about? What was that thing you wanted to show me? I bugged him for the next 2 weeks. Like, what was that thing you want to show me? And so I show up and it's a house, home meeting, and there's a presentation and there's like money falling from the ceiling, and like boats and yachts, and there's that kind of presentation. And I was like, yes, I'm here. Like, I made it, right? Because I didn't know why I was in college other than to play sports. Yeah. I was there for football. And I changed my major 4 different times. And so when this thing crossed my lap, like not longevity, but network marketing, I was like, sweet, I can work my hours when I want to work. I can get rewarded for my efforts, not for my time. And I can make as much as I want to make. Those are the 3 things that struck me. And I was like, I'm in. This is it. And I was 19, right? I was a novice in the industry. And if you were here, who was here at Leadership Mastery in June? Okay, so about 50% of the room, right? So I said something at that event. I said, stand up if this is your first experience in network marketing, longevity. You don't have to do it now. But if longevity is your first experience in network marketing, stand up. So many people stand up. And everyone else, I didn't even ask them to, they just started applauding. Just like, yes, you guys are blessed. We are so blessed to be a part of this company, longevity. So 6 years later, 3 companies later, I found my home. Give it up for me, right? No, but not for me, but for you. That hand was for you because you guys are in this room. This company is a world changer, game changer. And that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. So I wanted to tell you that story, and I wanted to tell you a little bit about Dr. Joel Wallach, because I came to this company for several reasons. One of them was Dr. Joel Wallach, and I already told you about what's going on here. It's the fact that this company's got it figured out. We're living for a purpose and a mission. And Nikki likes to say, when you wake up energized and brimming with purpose, that right there is a difference maker. Yeah. I like to point out this last line too. It says, when you have a massive community to support you and guide you, there's nothing you can't do. Right. Amen to that, right? Yeah. That's the truth. When you have a group of people behind you, and I was talking to some people, we do a Tuesday night event, and I was talking to Rusty. Is she here? Is Rusty here? She'll be here. Rusty says, she's in her, I would say, early 50s, right? And she said, you just can't find this anywhere else in the world. I said, what do you mean, Rusty? She said, you guys are so positive. Like, you guys are so encouraging and uplifting. She said, I've never seen this. As long as I live, this is amazing. Can anybody attest to that about longevity? Yeah. So that's what this is about, community. I love it. Dr. Joel Wallach, this is him when he was younger, in his younger days. This is about, after about 40 years after this photo, this man has put in time. He's put in research and energy and effort into one thing, and that's health and nutrition. And what he discovered was that mineral deficiencies are at the root cause. Catch that. Mineral deficiency is at the root cause of over 900 different diseases in this world, right? It's like, whoa, that's a bold statement. But this guy's got the science to prove it. And he's got the battle scars to prove it, right? He's gone to the FDA and petitioned the FDA 9 separate times, the United States Food and Drug Administration, and won all 9. This is the guy we're dealing with, and he started our company. There are 300 network marketing companies starting every month in this country. Every single month, and 98% of them don't make it. We've been around for 20 years. What does that tell you about longevity, right? So of those 300 that are starting, imagine how many already exist, right? So there are thousands of network marketing companies, and there's only one Dr. Joel Wallach, and we've got him. That's awesome. Yeah. Right? It's huge. So he's one reason I joined this company. So we got products, guys. We have a ton of products. And what's crazy? Our products are a game changer. And I didn't even write down in my notes to talk about the products because of all you guys. It was that community that I wanted to focus on. Isn't that crazy? But Wallach started longevity on the 90 essential nutrients. And that's what he discovered in this photo. He discovered that 90 essential nutrients, when you're not deficient in those things, those 900 diseases, let's say you're much less likely to acquire those, right? And he can say that because he proved it. in animals and in humans. He did 40,000 autopsies. Mind blowing. So 90 for life. That's what this looks like. And when I started, a quick story. I started taking 90 for life a year ago. And I told you I had back surgery, right? In college, when I was 19, 6 years ago, I had back surgery. That was to remove the nerve pain in my leg because I had a disc that was pushing on my sciatic nerve, and it felt like my entire leg was on fire, like all hours of the day. It stung really bad. Anybody ever had something like that? Nerve pain, right? So he removed part of this disc that was pushing on my nerve, and since then, I've had no nerve pain. Since then, I've had a lot of back pain, right? And so a year ago, I started taking this stuff, and about a month later, my wife was the one who told me that I haven't been complaining about my back anymore. Apparently, I've been complaining a lot, right? But she said, you haven't said anything about it, and it was true. I was like, I haven't. It's crazy, and that's the only thing that I changed in my life. I was still working out, still doing all the same things, but I started taking something. Giving my body what it needed to heal itself. Does that ring a bell with anybody? Heal itself, right? Our bodies are designed to do that. So in longevity, what we decided to do was become network marketing. And that means we're going to put the hands in the power of the people. We're not going to blast billboards and radio ads and newspapers. We're going to pay Juliet to go share a message that she's passionate about. And Diane and Marinko, right? We're going to give you the advertising dollars that all the other companies spend. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
That's simple enough, right? That's the easiest way to look at it. On average, a product on the shelf at Walmart, 63 cents out of the dollar of the cost of that product went to getting it on the shelf. Advertising, all that stuff. 63 cents out of the dollar. That's what longevity did. I'm not going to pay any of that 63 cents to them. I'm going to pay it to you. That's the only difference. Nice. I thought that was ingenious. So 85% of Americans today are going to jobs they don't like. Can anybody relate to that? Have they ever gone to a job that you don't like? Why did you do it? To get paid, right? Because we wanted to earn an income. So we traded our time for the paycheck. What I'm suggesting to you is that there is a better way than to trade your time for a paycheck. And that's to trade your efforts for a paycheck. And that's to build leverage for a paycheck. You see, the wealthiest people in this world, and if this is not your goal, that's okay. It's okay. If you simply want financial freedom, that means earning enough on a residual basis that takes care of all your bills so that the rest, hey, Rhonda Anderson, how are you? Good. So that the rest is just fun money, right? What if you had a paycheck coming in every single month that was equal to or greater than by 1 penny than all your bills, all your expenses? Then what would you do with your life, right? That's so cool. That's so powerful. And leverage is, taught by all the wealthiest people. They say, if you can put people to work for you or money to work for you, then and only then can you have financial freedom. People to work for you or money to work for you. And what we do in network marketing is we take advantage of this principle of leverage. So if I have 100 people in my organization, my team, and they all decide to put 1 hour of effort in tomorrow, how many hours of effort went into my business? 100. How many hours do I have, waking hours that day? I only have 24, right? Even if I worked my fingers to the bone. You see the power of that? That changed my life. 6 years ago, that changed my life. I was like, whoa. That's incredible. So I want to tell you another story. And I'll wrap this thing up. You ever heard like Slumdog Millionaire? Anybody seen this?
Yeah.
Movie? Yeah. Kind of based around this concept of rags to riches, right? Isn't that what this kind of sort of? I haven't seen it myself. Yeah. I'm just being honest with you, right? But is that what it's about? Who's seen it? Who's seen the movie? Yeah. Okay, I need to see it. It's really good. But it's a rags to riches story, right? So the premise, Drew's laughing at me. Yeah. The premise is that somebody came from rags into riches, poverty to prestige, right? And that's empowering. Like if they can do it, I can do it. Right? How cool. So I come from a family of prestige. I don't come from a family of poverty. My brother's a doctor. My dad's a doctor. My grandpas are both doctors. My uncle's a doctor. They're all doctors. They have all these degrees, right? And do you know that I'm the first person in my family to not get a college degree? Yeah! Awesome. Awesome. Yeah, I am a college to drop out of the family, yes. However, I'm the only one in my family to earn a residual paycheck every month. Right? Cool. Yeah. But that's not because I'm great. It's not to impress you. That's just to impress upon you that this is what did it for me. This community, these mentors, this principle of leverage, I just decided to take advantage of it. So I changed my major 4 different times, and then I found the principle of leverage. I said, I don't need a major.
Yeah.
Pretty cool, right? Yeah. So to wrap this thing up, the community I already mentioned, you guys, that's the difference maker. Longevity, and this is the last story I'll share with you. The reason this is my 3rd network marketing company, okay? The reason is those companies, they didn't prioritize the people. What is a business? It's people, right? That's all a business is people. Do you want to know why longevity is the best business there is? Because of our people.
Yeah.
It's because of our people. Our management team, amazing. Incredible. Aaron Bashinen, amazing, right? But everyone, right? Everyone sitting here, you guys are incredible. And the reason this is my home, and I'm not going anywhere else, is because those other network marketing companies, they weren't about the people. You know? They were about the paycheck. And you can earn a paycheck. You can make a lot of money, or you can make a little money, or you can make anywhere in between, whatever you choose. But this company I learned was about the relationships. That was the difference maker. That's the #1 thing that longevity prioritizes over anything. It's the relationships. Everything else fell into place. So I love that about this company. So that all being said, guys, that's all you need to know. How's that sound? Does that sound fair enough? Sound good? Cool. Awesome. Did anybody time me?
No.
Okay. No.
60 minutes.
Great. That's awesome. Okay. Sweet. All right. So I have the privilege and the honor of bringing up our next speaker today, guys. So I don't know if she has slides or not, but I'm going to back this thing up. So this is a lady who is sort of a silent force of nature, and she's incredible. She has accolades that I couldn't even begin to express to you. She's founded companies. She has been a part of longevity for much, much longer than I. So just listen to her wisdom today, because this is a lady who's knocked out of the park in all areas of life. And she lives just down the road. And so if you have a chance to get her phone number, I'm sure she's happy to give you her address as well. Just come knock on the door. She's like an open door policy lady, right? She's like, no, I'm just kidding. No, I'm just throwing her under the bus. But this is an incredible human being. And what rank is she in? No? What rank are you? She's a 5-star executive. I want to say incredible. I can't remember if it was 4 or 5-star, but that's incredible, guys. So just please listen to her wisdom. Take her information. She's going to be talking about an incredible platform today called Snap to Finish. And just so you guys absorb this, take notes, hang on her every word, because she's done some incredible things. Everybody give it up for Rhonda Anderson.
Thank you, Joel. What a good job you did. Actually, he was trying to find a nice way to say, she is really old. I couldn't quite say that. And to demonstrate just how old I am, I have my trusty husband. Oh, yes, and my eager grandson, Robbie, who wants to come up and help. We are delighted to be here today, but I have to give a quick apology. I'll move over a tad bit.
Go to the camera.
We are just here for a very short while because today is Matt's birthday. He's 63. And so we have 4 kids and 12 grandkids, and 3 children and 8 grandkids are joining us for a big lunch today. So we're headed off to the luncheon party. So sorry to be missing your great fun here, but we are delighted that we could thank you, Juliet. And Matt was at church with you last night too at the Old North. So the other fun fact is our grandson Silas is in the back of the room. He's in the same grade as Sienna, Cordelis' daughter. That's our claim to fame. But anyway, as Joel said, Longevity offers wonderful opportunities in multiple ways. And when I joined Longevity 3.5 years ago, we brought to Longevity traditional scrapbooking. Longevity had just purchased another album making company called Heritage Makers because Doc Wallach said, you know what? For people to be truly healthy, they need to be physically healthy with the 90 for life, but they need to be emotionally healthy as well. And what gives us emotional health? Photo albums. And you may think that well, that's kind of funny, but it really is true. And I know that because I am a child product of a photo album. When I was a baby, my mom put photos in photo albums. In fact, she had started making photo albums when she was in 7th grade. And so when I was born, she began, and that was 1957. So hey, we had these little black and white pictures, but in my photo album with all this journaling, my mom did that for me, my brother, and sister. And what was so amazing about that photo album is that when I was happy, I would look at that album, and it made me happier. When I was sad, what did I do? I'd go straight to my photo album. There was something about looking through, my grandma likes me. There was just something about those pictures and stories that just filled me with a sense of belonging and gratefulness to the Lord that there was a plan for my life, that I'm loved, because we all go through those moments. And those photo albums ended up being such an amazing history album too. I had my aunts and uncles and cousins. It was like a living genealogy of my family. It also ended up being a great economic investment. Because I later learned in life that so many people stuck their pictures in shoe boxes and under the bed and in drawers, or never got their pictures developed, or now just leave them in the cloud or on your phone or on your computer. Well, are you getting your money's worth out of the investment that you made? Back in the day, we bought a good camera and film. Now we've got to have an iPhone 10 to take great pictures, right? We invest in taking all these pictures, but when we don't put them in a photo album where we can look at them, it's really wasting our effort and our money, the investment we've already made. So 30 years ago, in 1987, I started a company called Creative Memories that helped people put their pictures and stories in albums. And I've actually been in network marketing 41 years. Yes, 41. I told you we were all starting with Tupperware and Shakti vitamins. But things really clicked for me when I could tell people about the power of their own pictures and stories. That was where my heart really was, because I knew, like I said, as a child, what an impact it had on me. And so when Mac and I got married in 1980 and started our family, I made photo albums for all of our children, because I thought, if a photo album can do that for me, it can do that for our children and grandchildren. In fact, I brought along, and Rob, you can come over. Robbie has one of these too, but he didn't bring his. This happens to be Silas's photo album in the back. And Silas was looking at this photo album today, and I said to him, what do you like about this photo album? And he said, well, Grandma, because it's all about me. What do you like about your photo album, Rob? Okay, you think about it. That's an impromptu question, but it really is. It's all about me. It's all the details of our life. And you know, now that pictures are so digital, so many don't even get them printed. I mean, how many of you have printed a picture lately? Okay, wow, let's see, 6 or 7 of you? Not too many. So I am here to challenge you through Youngevity to print some pictures, because as Joel mentioned, Youngevity now has a fantastic new online digital program called Snap to Finish. Snap, the number 2, and then the word finish. That you can go online to snaptofinish.com and this amazing program will come up. And what's so cool about Snap to Finish is that you simply bring in some of your own photos, whether on your phone or they're on your computer, whatever device they're on, and you can drag and drop those photos into pre-designed little spots for your pictures and make an amazing photo album in literally minutes. And some of you might be thinking, I've never done that. I don't know how to do that. I'm not very good at those creative things. Well, guess what? This was made for the non-creative. Yes. So if you think I am non-creative, I don't do anything decorative, Snap to Finish is perfect for you. And the cool thing about it, and I'm going to have my trusty assistant, so Rob, could you stand here and hold that book and step right here? The cool thing about it is that you can do so many different things. So this happens to be a 100-page digital album. I do one of these every year of our family photos in chronological order. Super easy. All of your pictures tell you when the date was taken, right? Yeah. So it's pretty easy. No excuses now to put your pictures in order. But no matter what the family does, I just drag and drop these photos into this chronological album. And at the end of the year, I print the book. And then we have this wonderful collection of everything we did. The other day, Matt said, now what year was it that we built that fence or planted that tree? Oh, I just look in the photo album. I can
never argue with her about history.
No, we can prove most everything through the photo albums. Now, if you think, well, I don't necessarily need to make a book like that. Well, there are so many other options that you can do. This happens to be a small little digital book that I made of a family reunion. Mac and I are both born and raised in Montana, and most of our family is still there. And we had this fabulous family reunion at Sealy Lake, Montana, combined with the wedding. So I made this digital book, and guess what? I made 28 copies of it so that everybody who attended could have one of these. It was one of the best things they ever received. It's like, thank you. Thank you. After we did this album, it was just a few years later that sadly my sister-in-law passed away from cancer at the age of 56. Yeah, not good. Well, she happened to be one of those people that despite all of my best efforts, she's like, Rhonda, I just can't seem to get my pictures and albums. And so as we prepared for her funeral, I got every single picture of their family that I had over the years. I just brought them into the Snap to Finish type digital program, made a photo album, one for each of my brother's kids and one for my brother, so that when we went to the funeral, they each got this book of their mom. And as we sat with the pastor right before the funeral, talking about my brother's wife, Carrie, what was in my brother's lap, and I'm gonna cry, holding tight as could be, was that photo album. That's all he clutched that entire time, was that photo album. You know, there's just something about pictures and stories printed. They were the stories. Did he sit there clutching his cell phone? You know, no, there's pictures of my wife on here, or her Facebook page. Oh, look at that Facebook. Oh, there's pictures of my wife. No. It's something tangible and real. When Mark Zuckerberg decides he's done with Facebook, where do all those photos go, right? We think, oh, we've got them online, they're fine. How many of you have lost a phone or know somebody who lost a phone? Whoops, there went, oh, Marianne, there went all of my pictures. What we need to do is print some. We have a program right now going on through Longevity. It's called A Year in a Snap. It's like the word snap to finish, a year in a snap. And all we do is challenge you to find 20 pictures per month, 20. Because I know some of you think, Rhonda, if you only knew how many zillions of pictures I had, right? I need your help. Well, we challenge you, just pick 20. Just go through and find the best 20 pictures for that month. Bring them in to Snap to Finish. Lay them out on the page. Okay, you got a month done. And then the next month, we have another little class, or you can do it whenever you want. Find another 20 pictures for that month. Because I think the mistake so many people make is trying to deal with all of your pictures, right? Yeah, that's impossible because we take way too many pictures. Sometimes you should just have a deleting function. Go through all of your devices, delete, delete, delete. These are extras. That is one of my, okay, I have a few minutes. If you're sitting at a stoplight or at the doctor's office or, sorry to your family.
My dad's on board. He's 5%.
Oh, that's so great. But anyway, have a deleting party and then find your best. Do you remember when we used to buy photograph albums or 8-track tapes or CDs? The best of somebody, right? Neil Diamond.
Yeah.
Carly Simon. It was because we got their best songs. We didn't buy every song they ever sang in their entire career. And think of your pictures that way. We're going to pick the best of Marianne's life, the best, and put those in the album, and then go into Snap to Finish. When you print in Snap to Finish, you get volume. You get your own volume when you print these orders. We have excellent competitive pricing in Snap to Finish. If you think, well, I'm just going to go to Costco. I like Costco. I'm going to go print there. Go print at Snap to Finish. We are very, very competitive to anybody else that's out there, Shutterfly, Snapfish, Walgreens, whoever you want to think of. Snap to Finish is very, very competitive. And then in addition to doing, storybook, digital books like this, there's canvases. You can make your business cards in there. You can do things like Christmas cards. That's coming up. Remember that old-fashioned tradition of mailing out a few still do that, right? But Snap to Finish has so many things. And if there's just anything that I want you to just be left with today is print, 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 print. Just don't let your life be one of those that are lost because of cloud storage and some digital mistake happens and all of your pictures are gone. Print some things, have this as a book in your lap, and you will be overjoyed personally to have it, and your family will feel so special. Because how do you feel, Rob, with your photo album? You meant to say special. Anyway, do we have time for any quick questions? Does anybody? Oh yes, because Joel said I get on my phone number, and so I would be honored to help any of you, and I sincerely mean this, with any question that you have with Snap to Finish. Or, we have the traditional product line too, but this is super, super easy to do. So my email address is randerson, so RANDERSON, at longevity.com. Or you can find me with the stock symbol, YGYI.com. Yeah. And my home office number is 970-460-9057. And I truly, truly, as Joel said, it is my honor and my passion, although we take all of the 90 for life. I mean, we have our own testimonials of things that have just been amazing. What would we call them? Cures, healing. I have an aunt who used to have neuropathy in her legs from diabetes. She's completely healed. My dad no longer needs pain medicine for arthritis. His hands have healed. I mean, I think I have a pretty good looking 63-year-old husband.
Yeah.
His body. He climbs ladders and chases after 12 grandkids. We feel so great. You know, sometimes we think, you know, why did what happened to Creative Memories happen? You know, sometimes you say, Lord, why did that happen? You know, a company I co-founded 30 years ago, and the owner of the company bought his money out of the company, borrowed $200 million, and ran the company into liquidation. You know, why did that happen? And Mac and I feel a total peace and a joy actually about that, because we're at Longevity and we are healthy. Offers emotional health and physical health. We really do have it all. So thank you for asking that question, and truly, look deep into my eyes. Let me help you with your photos. It would make my day, truly, if I could see some of the Longevity family, besides Juliet, who, yay, does a great job on their photos. Did you? You got some to show.
Your busy birthday.
Oh. Oh, well, thank you. That's super sweet.
And you'll be proud of me. This is from the traditional scrapbooking line. This is a cool thing.
From Our Memories for Life.
Our Memories for Life, one of our other divisions.
Yeah, we designed that. We
Yeah.
did.
So it has a Velcro, and it keeps your albums. If you are, how many of you have ever scrapbooked traditionally, ladies and mostly? Okay. Even Robert, good.
Oh,
So,
right.
before we had all the digital, everything was pictures and stickers and papers and glue, and it was fun, but some people said that's not for me. So then we're so grateful we have the digital. But I'm from the old school. I do both. So I wanted to show what it looks like to do both ways. Okay, so does this look familiar? Anyone who's in creative? So you can buy this from Longevity. We have all the colors of the rainbow, many different styles. And this one has, I just wanted to show you the quality of what happens when you print from snap to finish. So I printed these pictures and ordered them in the mail. They came in 3 days with no expedited shipping, just regular shipping price, very affordable. And the prints are 20 cents a piece. And you can buy these pages where you just slip the pictures in. You don't have to glue anything, just slip it in. And you can order any colors and designs of these little cards. And I wrote what we did on that day. Nothing fancy, I just wrote it with our special acid-free, linen-free, archival pen.
You are good.
I chose you. So I also have in the same album, I have this cruise to Jamaica and Cozumel. How many of you were on it? Some of you were on it with Longevity. So this was 2016. I put a little note there, and then these are pictures I printed with snap to finish. So I have a combination of our papers and then our beautiful papers you can buy and glue the picture down if you like to do that, or you can just slip in with the pockets.
Yeah.
And there's also this book I didn't finish yet, but this one shows there's it's upside down.
It's upside down.
This one has, if you like to do a little bit of color, I mixed in some things from the craft store too, sorry. You can slip in a slip of paper that's decorative.
Yes, we have these pre-designed border strips, lots of different collections that all you do is slide these in and it gives a little bit of color on the page. So it's super simple for those of you who are creative, which I am not. So I always say I make photo books. Yeah, you are way more creative.
I had some stickers. This was like a cruise, so I put some seashell stickers on a few of the pages. So I didn't go crazy ready. I used to spend, a whole evening, and then when the kids were real little, I did their baby books with your Creative Memories supplies. And then I tell Scott, well, I got some stuff done on my album tonight, and I was working for hours. And he's like, how much did you get done? 2 pages. That's good. Yeah, but they're amazing. They're works of art. So I've let that go, and now I don't have
3
time.
kids.
Yes. So, and then on the cruise, we got pictures taken, so I wanted to put a big one in. So I went back to black, simple black, just leave that in. So you can do a variety of things in one book. We went to a Broadway show. I glued the tickets in, so I kind of mixed it in.
Great.
And it's all because of you. So thank you for
That's very
being
sweet.
here, or I would have left my pictures in the shoebox.
Well, and we have to show this. So Dee, this is your book that you made? And
No, Steve made it.
Steve made this.
Yes.
Wow, Steve made this in snap to finish. So it is your trip to Greece and Turkey. Don't you love it? Okay, you know what this book is about, right?
Yeah.
Trip to Greece and Turkey, 2015. And there they are, Athens, Stadium. Oh, these are great, nice big. This is so easy. Again, drag and drop. And you would say Steve's not, you know, he's not a big trained scrapbooker.
First
No,
one.
First one, all right. So just drag and drop, put some journaling in there, print this. This is really great. I'm so glad you brought this. Yeah, excellent. Yeah, so a trip, a really good idea. I do have to, oh, can I take one? So one of the most fun albums that I did was of my dad's life. So when my dad turned 70, we did this book for him. He's now going to be 80. But we did a little history book, but then he told all of the stories about how he burns down the barn with the prize pig inside, you know. And I mean, my dad had a very colorful life growing up on the farm. A simple, basic book. Lots of black and white pictures and just lots of stories in here about smashing his brother's teeth out on the dash of the pickup.
Because he was driving when he was 8 years
7,
old.
yeah. Yes.
Hit the ditch in the field. His brother hit the dash.
Yeah.
It's the old metal dash too.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So this whole album, and then it turns into a story of his faith journey. So we weaved in his faith story in there, and all of his great grandkids and all of that. And then of course we made about 30 copies of this book, because all the kids, the grandkids, the great grandkids, everybody wanted to have one. I mean, the idea of albums don't end. I do have to show you this one quick one here. So Mac and I have lived in 22 different houses and almost 38 years of marriage. So I decided to make an album of all the places that we lived. First house, you know, $40,000, price we paid, where it was, and the highlights that happened there in a few pictures. You know, and then I used the same second house. It was a mobile home. Isn't that a beauty? There was actually more mice in the house than people that lived there. Yes, but hey, it worked for the time. But anyway, had a great time just going through here and making this book of our houses. The 10th house, why we moved, and I mean, it's a hugely entertaining photo album for us. But the sky's the limit when it comes to making books. And whether you make a heritage album for someone or a trip book, or you make somebody's life to the end.
So you can take your traditional scrapbook that you've already done,
Yes.
that you glue the cute things on, and then take a photo of it and print it in snap to finish, and then you can give it to your kids. So you make one book. If you like to do the creative way, make copies and you get the copy. So
You
I
absolutely
like the
can.
idea of that.
You can. It's wonderful. Yeah. And we really do have something for everybody. Go ahead.
So after you make the book, how long does it stay archived? I mean, can it stay there for like a year, or you have to pretty much print then the amount of copies that you want? Or can you come back to it later on?
You know what Longevity is offering to do is, as long as you stay active doing something once a year with your account, they'll hold it forever. Yeah, they just don't want to see you drop off the planet, and then they'll have to clean up their files. But as long as you're an active customer doing something, you know, once a year or so, they'll keep your book. Yep, so you could reprint it.
Yeah, along those lines, we've done our Christmas cards the last few years, and I can look back at my old Christmas cards because I do it every year. They're still there.
Yeah, and that's a fun memory right there too. Oh, that is another photo album I have, is of all of our Christmas card pictures every year, and that's also very entertaining, isn't it, Jeanette? Yeah, our daughter Jeanette back there. But truly, oh, go ahead, Jeff.
I think it's really great. So you can make coffee cups, you can make calendars.
Yes.
Some people go all over it. You see people with calendars. The
you know somebody that's giving you a calendar for the family, there's an opportunity.
Yes,
Because we have such, it's so easy. And for me to say it's easy, you know it's easy.
well, that is good. That is good. And that's an excellent point to bring up. It's a really good Christmas present. So last year I did a calendar. There are 12 grandkids. My dad has 12 grandkids. So I put their family on each month of the year in their birth order. So it worked out great since there's 12 months. And then I put everybody's birthday in there. So now all the family has a record of whose birthday is when and whose anniversary is when, all on this little calendar. It was a great gift, and they're very inexpensive. I haven't seen the pricing yet for this year, but it was very inexpensive. So another good project. So, but if you get stumped, you want to brainstorm, please promise me, I want to see you all promise me that you will email or call me. I'm very serious. And we'll have a gathering and we'll do something. Joanne's been to my house, she knows, we'll have a gathering. I want to, yeah, we're gonna do it. Well, thank you so much. Matt wanted to come for his birthday here, so. Thank you.
Honestly, we're not totally crazy about moving. I'm a fourth generation carpenter with a godly heritage. That's a miracle. But every other winter in Montana, when we were first married, I would build a house. We'd live in it long enough to put the yard in, put it up for sale. Once out of 20, we'd make money. But then we'd live in a rental. And I'd build a new house, we'd move in that and sell it. So that's part of why we had went through so many houses.
So you built that mobile home?
We
that was
Added on to it. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, thanks everybody.